She's trying to pass herself off as the richest woman in the world. Called her mother, who works as a cleaner at the hotel. Have her secretly hand her the room card for the presidential suite. Nevertheless, when the scheming woman smugly led the crowd into the room, can't find the light switch. Isabella, who is a familiar face, couldn't stand it.
Hey Siri, lights on.
Miss Moore, welcome to Four Seasons Hotel in New York.
Although Isabella proved herself to be, but the dumb waiter assumed that the scheming woman didn't know how to use the new system because she hadn't stayed in the hotel for a long time. The scheming woman also used the opportunity to say, it's better than all this so-called high-tech stuff. Wealthy people like her will favor the old, conservative ways.
See? Poverty often limits one's perception. Don't blame her. It seems that you would never admit that you were lying, unless I proved it.
Isabella, who knew the room like the back of her hand, just made her way nonchalantly to the safe. She set the code herself. And Isabella's the only one in the world who knows about it.
Miss Moore, can you tell me what's inside?
You should. Panicked scheming women claim to have hundreds of safes. It's impossible to memorize the password for each one. The waitresses were even more supportive of the scheming woman. Said she only had one credit card. Still, can't remember my password.
I may not remember the password, but you would never forget what was inside.
Scheming woman has to take a wild guess. She said it was her own collection of precious jewelry. Nothing special. Instead, Isabella told her, the opposite is true. There's something special in there. It's an ordinary plastic ring. Her ex-husband gave it to her when he was at his worst. However, the new machine woman is not impressed when she hears it.
What? Who would put something as useless as a plastic ring in a safe?
You only care about money, so I would never expect you to understand the significance.
After all said, Isabella went to the safe. After entering the correct password, she pulled a plastic ring out of the open safe. The woman was surprised. The waiter's jaw dropped. The truth made them believe that Isabella was the famous rich girl. But things soon took a turn for the worse. Seeing the scheming woman's false identity fall apart, her mother, who was the cleaning lady, ran in a panic, persuade her daughter to come home.
She's in on it! They set me up!
The mother who was slapped instantly understood her daughter's meaning. She's also insisting that she's under Isabella's command. That's why put the ring in the safe. Customer service personnel. So raise her cell phone. They're going to call the police on Isabella. But then the boss was attracted by the commotion. Yet the unafraid waiter pointed viciously at Isabella and said, she and her cleaning lady disrespected the daughter of the richest man in the world.
Why do I hire a bunch of idiots in the first place? You morons! This is the real mystery!
The owner apologized to Isabella for her employees' behavior. Another targeting of scheming women. And without further ado, I'm going to have the security guards take her away. The woman reluctantly gave the name of her ex-husband, but don't know that in the eyes of the boss, not even Gates or Elon Musk can match Isabella. Anyone who offends Isabella will be on the hotel's blacklist forever. And as for these snobby waiters will be blacklisted by the owner in the industry, and no employer will ever hire them again. Nevertheless, the scheming woman who was kicked out of a hotel only to meet her ex-husband in front of it, she cried about what happened. Questioning whether Isabella could really be the richest woman in the world. But in the next moment, she was then told by ex-husband, the hotel owner is actually Isabella's uncle. And the real richest woman in the world didn't show up. The woman is relieved. And laughed out loud. As long as Isabella isn't the girl. Maybe she'll step on me in the future. Told you so, the wind and water will soon turn. On this day, the woman went to a restaurant. She met Isabella at the door, dressed as a waitress. After she had scoffed at it, and bragging about having a dinner date with the most prestigious chef in town. Then she called to Isabella to bring her a glass of water. But she's giving Isabella a hard time because there's no ice in the water. Wait until Isabella brings ice water. And she's making it difficult by saying she wants hot water. But after the hot water was delivered, she's starting to think the water's too hot again. But she wouldn't have guessed. The next second the scumbag walks in with another fabulous girl. And then tell the woman that she's fine, but it doesn't work between them. The woman realizes she's been betrayed by scumbag. Isabella, who had seen her ex-husband's nature in action, and couldn't help but scoff.
What an asshole.
Shut up, Isabella. I'm here to inform you that Ryan can't win the bid, so you're screwed.
What?
Isabella was momentarily confused by the words of the slag. As a true Moore girl, she's been preparing to finance her husband Jacob from the shadows for a long time. make it successful in obtaining financial assistance and winning the bid. However, at this moment, the scummy man told Isabella in a very dignified manner that he's the one the Moors are backing.
Let me introduce you to Mrs. Moore, Lydia.
I have a sister?